and genders. So if you wanna, let's go. Wait, I have to zoom in first. Plus, minus. I think current moves this way in an electricity convention. This is how the electrons move. There's also male and female. There is magnets. How do they work? Nobody knows. There is magnets are attracted. Different polarities attract each other. Similar polarities, same polarities repel each other. Okay. If this is a normal population, there will be some outsiders here, outliers. But there will be a big amount in the middle that is normal. Now, homosexuality used to be very repressed, very on the outskirts of society, maybe even whatever, maybe even mistreated or unfairly, whatever you want. It was suppressed and repressed. What, maybe, I don't know. I think the going rate for is like 3% of the population. If you look at the celebrity colors of the rainbow, it's on every company during certain dates, I don't know. There, you would imagine the ratio is maybe different. Now this is a different type of normal. Let's just say it comes with the, I don't know how this works. Okay, there's normal and then there's normal. It's just part of life. There is maybe the proportionality of what the society thinks and talks about should, you know, there's a German word called albern. Albern, what's it? I'm gonna look this up now. Albern. What means albern? What does albern mean in German, in English? To foolish, frivolous, silly, fatuous, foolish, giggly, insanely absurd, ludicrous. Well, what is albern? Well, I'll leave it with that. I just say there's some funky stuff, and some people find that funny, and others jerk off to that, whatever. Okay. But then, I mean, okay. Now we put this little number right here and put it all there. Suddenly you don't see the normal stuff anymore. That's kind of hidden behind here. Let's pretend we are not in the Stone Age anymore. We're sort of civilized, and we have something called the patriarchy. That's a Fachterm. I don't. Let's not use that term. Let's just say that. Imagine there is actually a woman and a man, and they form a family, and they are serious about it as an investment into the future, a commitment between themselves, agreement between themselves, and let's just call it love, agreement to love each other, to stand by each other's side in good or bad times. And as it happens, there's no you can't prevent having children when having sex, so children come out. My father was very old. He had like 8 siblings. And he was a farmer, from a farmer's family. So they had a lot of kids, and they could even provide for them. Many didn't survive. He has not that many survived, but let's just say the parents, they just kept on fucking. I don't know, who cares? They had a lot of kids, and the value of a kid maybe wasn't that special to have a kid. It was normal, and it was even normal that maybe this version. This is kind of inhumane now to talk about this, but if you think about the child mortality rate, if it was much higher, the early days, a kid wasn't. Of course, it was protected and nurtured and everything, but maybe it wasn't such a tragedy if one of your kids died in the early years or a month. I don't know when the child mortality happens. I'm not really up on this topic. It just comes to me now. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's try again. We got this baby maker here. This baby maker dynamic, and we can make more. Okay, this is a cruel and mean, but what I want to say is there was the concept of a family, mom and dad, and as a child you could look up to these as your role model, you know. Now I'm getting a bit muffed here. This is really tragic. It is what it is, but it's still. Now we got single moms, a lot of single moms. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Well, maybe this is a big tragedy, single moms. I'm not gonna shift blames around here. So problemo number uno. Let's focus on the boys. They have lost a role model, lost their role model, but should be ideally the dad role model. And if you see a normal family, maybe you get some hints about how the dad handles his wife. You get some clues as you get it. Maybe or even stuff you pick up on, and later it comes to you. Oh, that's why my dad said that, or that's why he did that. You know, you just learn something that should be natural and understood, or something you learn by example. That's lost. And every young man now is facing this big accusation: gay. You are gay. Gay, 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 gay. He gay. He gay. He hold a cigarette in a weird way. He gay. He laying there. He gay. Because to be honest, there's a lot of to be honest, there's a lot of talk about this tolerance, but truth is, most people don't want to be considered gay, especially not young boys. Okay, I think that's still a big slur, gay. I think that's still pretty. We are not that tolerant as we pretend to be. So, let's say your country is invaded with. Let's say in your culture. Okay, so there are problems mounting up now. First, loss of role models. Normal. There's no family anymore. I say no family. Let's go. relates back to this again. No. So that's why Jordan Peterson has to play the dad of all these guys, because they have no dad. The other alternative, so you have to go to Jordan Peterson, or to if you're intellectual or whatever, or you go to okay, how do I? Why don't these girls? So the question is like, you have to. So first you have to prove something that should be obvious. There's an accusation in the room. And maybe you may be made insecure by the media. Maybe that you see I see all these flags here. And what's this about? A simple test would be to well, let's go into this the gay test. Let's just here. It's very. There is no. I'm not going to deny the existence of gay people, but that's okay. Let's say you are a dirty little boy and you got access to the internet. And you also, now you got your own room and you got internet and lots of tissues. Toilet roll, you have tissues. Okay. Well, that's something if you that's just boys are dirty. They're little dirty scoundrels. And I'm not. So let's just say let not what you ever masturbated in your filthy coon brain to define you. That is one big hint I would give anyone who doesn't know his gender, or if he likes. There's talk about being. So here's a big paranoia that's being sown into the world. You are repressed homosexual, repressed homo. So you ask yourself, actually, to be honest, I asked myself this: am I a repressed homo? A long time. There also was cannabis involved, and let's just say, well, this was a long question for a long time. Am I a repressed homo? And I still don't know. But what actually the more interesting question is, am I a repressed hetero? Is it hetero, homo? Homo sounds cooler, right? Because homo sapiens, because it's whatever. Hetero. Am I repressed heterosexual? Then that's actually, there is demoralization going on of the normal. Here, don't be ashamed. Shame. Oh my god, I'm getting a boner. I'm ashamed. Oh, whatever. So, where was I? Here, I'm almost done. This is cringe. I'm trying to answer this question. So there is this accusation. Prove yourself. Prove yourself as a man. You know, African tribes have this very simple trick. They have manliness, or what? The boy becomes, through a ritual, a man. Boom. And what they do is, one rite I know, they take their black hands and they put leaves on it or something. They make a bag of leaves and they bind it to their hands, and then they put the nastiest ants they know in there. And they have to, and it's a big ceremony, there's like lots of people involved that watch. There are the guys being initiated that go through this procedure, and it's pain before you prove your pain resistance. You're allowed to cry and jiggle and everything, but you must not take off this glove. And if you make that, everybody, you get the stamp, boom, man. Then you are allowed to get a wife. That's your pass into the society there. Then you are in. And the cool thing about this ritual, they have the proof here. If ever they don't quit, that's not even up for debate there. But let's just say they. Okay, so there's no certificate that will tell you. Well, ideally, you would go to you would try to become a man. But first, you have to. This annoying shit is here where you must not be gay. And actually, that's a hindrance. Because now you are entrapped, or you are, you are paranoid about your own cock and how others perceive you. You are performing a show where you, so that you, there's just there's no typical gay guy. Okay, you can't spot them. There's the obvious lisp guy that's a caricature. And there are people who like to play the caricature, and I think that's hilarious. Some people want to be Bugs Bunny, let them be Bugs Bunny. But you can't, that does not mean that, okay, so here got your list. Okay. Things that I consider, okay, so you already you have a list that you think are gay. This is my gay list. All this stuff is gay, and I will never do this shit because then it will mean I'm gay. Now I'm getting really pissed off. In art, I never was good at arts and crafts in school, and I made fun of the whatever. I wasn't that good at drawing, but people that were good artists don't pursue art because they think it's gay. And now I'm already ready to cry. That's terrible. Okay? That's terrible. Okay, moving on. So you don't want to do art because it's gay. Okay. So you blocked out all this healthy, normal human stuff because you almost think it's female. Oh, I will never knit. I will never stitch my own trousers because that's woman's work. You know, there's a subtle hatred of things you perceive as womanly and thereby gay. You have a big problem, my friend. Okay, so you hate women probably, I don't know. But you still need a girl so you can prove that you are not gay, right? So, well. Okay, let's make it. Let's imagine there's the Bilderberg group. I'm going to the Bilderberg group, and what we do there, we do in secret. We do a secret Bilderberg group meeting in the secret Bilderberg grouping house. This is made up, but just imagine that this is where it's heading. So, all my life I wanted to be a Bilderberger, because the Bilderbergers are, of course, what? Not gay, yeah, obviously. So they are not gay. That's schon mal good. Not gay. For sure. And how do they prove that? Well, that's secret. They do it in a Bilderberg secret group jerk-off circle meeting. Okay, it goes like this. This is how I would introduce the not gay pass. Okay, there's a blacked porno running, and you have to. Oh, that's disgusting. I want to puke. Whatever. This is a disgusting idea I had when I'm feeling really ill. Okay. So, if we want to get, so we were at. See, it's blocked out. It's blocked out by this. What's not gay? Well, interest in women is not gay. And maybe interest in what turns a woman on. That's a big we. I don't know. Well, obviously you need to not the woman shit, right? Not the gay stuff. So the options left are badass crime rapper, badass. I gotta be a badass. And we have a lot of everybody wants to be a little gangster, badass gangster. He's got $1,000. This works maybe in the ghetto and to pick up 13-year-old chicks if you are a badass gangster. What are the other options? This is what I see on the street. Badass gangsters and nerds, little nerdy boys that play shitty mobile games while they're on the train. These are the options. Either you become a probably future porn addict, or you become a gangster McGruffin who risks 3 years of his life for $1,000 profit or something. And then now, so imagine you go into the gangster crime scene. Okay, then you get amongst other gangsters, and well, I'm the real gangster. No, I'm the real gangster. I killed someone. Okay, now I just want to put you down the garbage drain. So would it be nice if we were older? I think I'm done here. This is a very mean. This is bad. This is just not good. Forget about this. I never said this. There's no Bilderberg group, and they don't Bilderberg group, and they don't prove that they're not gay there by jerking on each other's cum stains or whatever, and then they get a pass for. Can we go here anymore? Okay, so let's expand on this for just a short minute. If you maybe you know the sign of the yin and yang. Oh, wait the fuck. just become. So the yin and yang. Damn it. Well, you get the idea. If you look closely, you will notice. You can make this. You can make one. I don't know which colors, but if, as you can see, there is some black in the white, and there's some white in the black. But now I'm gonna make a big accusation. A man also has feelings. What is a man? Terrible part of secrets. Man has also a little bit of woman in him. And maybe a woman has a little bit of man in her. Because otherwise, there would be zero compatibility. If you want to detect, I'm not sure how gold detectors work. But you can only sense something if you have something of that in yourself. So it would, otherwise, man and woman would be incomprehensible to each other. Incomprehensible. Sheer incomprehensibility. And a man who really gets to... So, I'm not saying you should dress in women's clothes or whatever. But if you look at older... This is one... I think what I'm trying to say is just relax. Relax and take it easy. Take it easy. That's the old school way. Take it easy.